Hi, I'm just gonna do a quick deck tech here. I just want to try this format out, make it more similar to a lot of the videos you'll see of canon magic, rather than just hopping into recording individual games. Maybe talking about a deck and then showing multiple games in a row is something I might try. Let me know if you like this more or less than the just individual games, and I feel like it'll be better if I kind of keep the same deck in one big video rather than just multiple separate videos of like other people's games and then my games too. And there's definitely going to be a lot of videos. I know Times has been cranking them out today. I think he's already made like 4 or 5, which is, wow, a lot for just one day already. But let's just take a look at the deck. So this deck is Dredgeless Dredge, as you can see here. So our aim is to get creatures like Myoga Firebird, Ceaseless Stalker, Illuminated Firebird, and Denithra Champion into our graveyard and have them return to the battlefield. I'm pretty sure there's actually a new tool from End of Valency called Cryptnar. This, I think, could see play in the deck. It's just a nice 1/1, and it also triggers all your Ceaseless Stalkers, right? But I feel like this, I don't think it's worth it to play in the deck. We already have enough creatures like Denithra Champion just provides late game inevitability, so I think I'm going to leave the deck mostly the same. So first, let's just take a look at our mill pieces. First, we have Thought Paradigm, which in my opinion is by far the best mill piece you have in the deck. It pretty much says whenever you cast a spell, because we're really only looking to cast the sorceries, you mill 3 cards, which is insane in this deck. You just keep milling, milling, milling. You can start milling like upwards of 20 cards a turn with this, because this mills like on turn 3, this mills 9 on its own, and then if your other cards mill 9, which is pretty likely, you end up just milling a ridiculous amount of cards. Next, you have Weave from Chaff, just a Faithless Looting that also investigates without flashback. Glimpse Beyond is another Faithless Looting that we could also cast as a didn't mean to click that, as a divination. Unquenched Greed, another Faithless Looting, running a lot of these draw discard effects so that dredge creatures don't get stuck in our hands. Next up, Against the Waves, my personal pet card of MSEM. Really good in this kind of deck that's just turbo milling. Like if you play this with a Thought Paradigm, you just get so many Against the Waves in your graveyard that sometimes you even win by milling your opponent out with Against the Waves, which is kind of crazy with this deck. Because often, I actually played a game against Ricky once last month, where if I had just milled Ricky with Against the Waves in my Thought Paradigms, that was 40 cards. And so I got Grave Hated with an Ultin Surveyor, but pre-nerf Ultin Surveyor, by the way. Ultin Surveyor, so my graveyard just kept getting shuffled in, but I just pointed that mill at Ricky. I could have won that game, which is really funny. We also have Oracle's Vision, another milling cantrip, better than the first Against the Waves, even with the second, and actually, but once you get that third Against the Waves, it's starting to mill 4, 5, 6. So overall, probably worse than Against the Waves, but just a really nice milling cantrip. And then we have another really big threat for this, which is Nightmares Unseen, which often you're paying 1 black mana for something like a 10-10, 15-15. Just this massive lethal threat that your opponent is forced to chump block. And they're probably not trading into it unless they have something with Death Touch. The mana base is pretty simple for a 2-color deck. You have Nebula of Empty Gold just serving as a shock, Ominous Palace just being a nice dual land, Murmuring Falls as a plague land, and then 4 basics. Sideboard, another pretty simple again. 3 Sealed Tombs for combo decks, 3 Duresses for 3 Spell Pierce for non-creature decks. Twilight Ambush, just maybe to board in against more aggro decks, and Beneath the Zadina to protect our graveyard. I'm playing a Dredgeless Dredge. Oh, got pinged on this Discord. Okay, it's just a league ping. I'm here. Looks like I'm on the play. And this is a, this really relies on drawing a blue land, so it's kind of a sketchy keep. I'd prefer to mulligan this. I think this is 0 lands, that's an easy mulligan. Already down to 5. I think I just have to keep 5, like, I really just can't afford to go down to 4. This just all it does. Bomb 2 lands. I really need to draw some good stuff off this Oracle's Vision. Oh. Yeah, so we just kept passing it back and forth. That's pretty funny. Let's go turn 1, Oracle's Vision. Have each player mill 3. Rough milling thought paradigm. But now I draw. Sadly, not actually my second card for the turn since I was on the play. And didn't draw for my turn. Would have been nice to have that turn 1 Illuminated Fire. Hitster looks like they're on some kind of aggro counters deck. Pass. Glimpse Beyond's definitely a good draw with Denithro Champion. Ceaseless Stalker in hand. Should let me find more action. Yeah, sadly, don't get to return it. That would have been a lot better if I'd gotten that turn 1 just 2-1. Okay. If creature control. Okay, so yeah, looks like Hitster's on a counters deck. Okay. I'm probably just gonna go Glimpse Beyond. Draw 2, discard, Denithro Champion, Ceaseless Stalker. That brings back Illuminated Firebird. Ceaseless Stalker comes back at end step. Then I'm gonna go for probably Ominous Palace, tap it, and Against the Waves myself. And I have no other Against the Waves in graveyard, so that's just mill 2, draw a card. And there's another Glimpse Beyond. So next turn, I can maybe start getting back Yoga Firebirds, which will become very useful. And then I go to end step, and Firebird doesn't have haste, so I can attack with it, and that's it. This Nightmares Unseen is going to start making really big things soon. Not really many creatures in graveyards right now, just 2 Denithro Champions, which aren't really going to do much until the more late game. At least the Stalker is really nice because it lets you block. Let me actually move this. Wait a second. There. So we have Wild Bond Aspirant, which is a pretty cool card. There's a Wayfarer's Shrine, the Pinchio version. Interesting. Never realized this was a common. Prismatic, it's just, yeah, Prismatic Vista by MSEM. And it surprisingly sees a lot of play, which is weird because Prismatic Vista sees almost no play in Canon Magic. But in MSEM, it's actually a very slow fixing land because our mana bases are a lot more painful and more basic reliant. You have like all the check lands, you have the plague lands, so you really want to get out those basics, especially in like 2 color decks and 3 color decks. I'll just let them take the land back here. I've done that myself plenty of times, it's only fair. Okay, Sufu is just a mana dork. Oh shoot, I forgot to put in my own promo of Against the Waves, which, I have my own promo of Against the Waves now, and yes, it has Warrior Cat's art, because I don't know, I'm cool like that. This is probably just start with Glimpse Beyond. Draw 2. Discard land. Probably actually Murmuring Falls. Denithro Champion. Go for Oracle's Vision. Mill 3. There's an Against the Waves milled. Would have liked to draw that, but getting milling double land is good. Really need looking for dredge creatures that are not Denithro Champion. Hitster, mills 3. Okay. This might just be Nightmares Unseen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notably, what I can do is, I believe I can actually declare casting the spell, pay the 5 life, and then use the mana. So that's why I don't actually lose the 6 life, if anyone was wondering. Why there's so much background noise, so I wonder if you guys can hear any of this. Just so much noise. This 15-15. Go to combat. attack with Stalker. Why not? Okay, Hitster just takes 5, and I'll pass. I have this Wheat from Chaff for next turn. We're gonna look to draw Against the Waves. Is probably my best draw slot. Paradigm's also good because it's a draw spell along with being an insane mill engine. If it gets online. Hitster draws. So, Sufu means Hitster actually has 4 mana actually here, which is quite a lot. This horror token is just so big now. Like Hitster has to block it every turn. Like it's already a lethal threat, and it's only turn 3. That really shows the power of Nightmares Unseen. Like I can just turn 3, pay 1 mana, 5 life, make a lethal threat. Sure, it has no evasion, which is why you might want to, instead of Oracle's Vision, play Fleeting Thoughts, which has this inscription here, inscribed future as flying, which can make your token of flying, which I decided to cut it for Oracle's Vision because Oracle's Vision, that card draw comes up a lot more than the flying on your Nightmares Unseen token, right? And I'd rather have that extra card in hand, because this deck loses cards in hand really fast, with your draw discard spells being -1s. And then, like, you can just lose so many cards, and not all your cards are cantrips, you know, you're just drawing, discarding, digging through your deck, but you're losing cards in hand. Which is one reason, like, I'd rather have something like, Gift of the Phoenix in the deck. But I don't think it's safe to splash into a third. Sufu. Looks like it's transcending. Okay, looks like it's not transcending. Okay, is transcending, but gaining Death Touch instead. Which Death Touch is gonna be powerful against this Nightmares Unseen token here. Matcha, Hero of Tiny Veil. We'll put Death Touch on this Wildbound Aspirant too, if Hitster wants. So yeah, these Death Touches will be, yeah, look, Matcha get yourself gains Death Touch. Really annoying against my massive token here, but I'm probably just gonna go for Against the Waves. This mills for how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 cards. And there's Illuminated Firebird and Miyoga Firebird. Illuminated Firebird will come back. So it's 1 in. I'm just. Okay, this is just the instant sorcery count for Miyoga Firebird. I'm gonna lose a life here. Wheat from Chaff, which hopefully should draw into, okay, Nightmares Unseen. That is a really good draw. See, the question is, I think I'd rather force them to, you know, keep putting Death Touch rather than developing their board, and discarding and Against the Waves isn't bad. So that's 2. And then I also Investigate. And then going down to 8 is pretty risky. But now I get another giant token. Not 13. 23, 23. Which also triggers Miyoga Firebird. And Miyoga Firebird's back too. Let me also separate this Illuminated Firebird because summoning's sick. And now we go to attacks, and I think honestly it's better to leave back the blockers. Leave back these 4 tokens as blockers. Do I swing with the 15-15, force them to block? Yeah, actually. I'll swing with the 15-15. Sure, it just gets chump blocked, but it turns off their options more, like Matcha and Sufu are things that you actually just don't want to lose, right? And I still have these flying threats swinging in along with the Stalker, putting down a lot of pressure. And don't need to count out for Firebird. Hitster really thinking about blocking here. Maybe Hitster actually has a flash creature because Sufu can tap, but it's probably not worth it. I mean, you're definitely blocking the 15/15 with Sufu or Matcha. It really just depends on which one. Okay, 15/15 getting blocked by Matcha. Sufu tapping it and Matcha. Okay. To play. Give Wildwood Aspirant reach. Is that Matcha? Yeah, that's Matcha's tapped ability. Yep. And Hitster takes 8. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh yeah, this does die to Death Fetch. That would be crazy if this card didn't die. So I'm just gonna condense my board here a bit. Hitster's turn, and really just looking to draw like an Against the Waves, more cantrips that even a Glimpse Beyond just being played as a divination is perfectly fine. And then I still have this lethal threat that they're gonna have to hold back a blocker for. I have lethal in the air, yeah. So for aggro, I definitely bring in Twilight Ambush. Do I bring in Beneath the Zadina? I'll bring in 2. 2 Beneath the Zadinas. Cut 1 Denithra Champion. Actually, 2 Denithra Champions. I don't really need as much. Probably an Unquenched Screed. 2 Denithra Champions, 2 Unquenched Screeds. For 2 Beneath the Zadina, 2 Twilight Ambush. Since I don't care as much about specific creatures being hated out, since they all come back so easily, right? But, like, having Beneath the Zadina nice. Like, the main thing I'm worried about is Mass Grave Hate. Maybe I bring in more Beneath the Zadinas? I think I can bring in... actually, I'll bring in 3. Hello? 3 Beneath the Zadinas. I'll cut 1 Oracle's Vision. What? Okay, 5. Oh, I accidentally brought back in a Denithra Champion. Okay, what? Okay, I am now ready to start the game. Mulligans happen. This is this keepable hand. Beneath the Zadina and Miyoga Firebird getting discarded on 1-off Glimpse Beyond, which gives me more looks. This is just a really good hand. And also Twilight Ambush being removal. Really good. Okay, tapped land turn 1. Oh, no, that is not a tap land. Okay, that's gonna start going big, but however, it can only attack and block a little. Oh, I only turned caps lock on instead of pressing tab. I think I just go turn 1, do this, and I don't think that Hitster can grow this to a 3/3. Actually, Hitster can through a shock fetch, so I'm just gonna Twilight Ambush this quickly while I still can. It's probably the right play. Turn 2, I can still do the whole thing with Beneath the Zadina, Miyoga Firebird, and they're still ready for turn 3, and I still get those 2 extra draws, so it's not bad. Hitster looks like a Matcha. Okay. Here, it's probably just Glimpse Beyond first. See if Hitster wants to do anything. Okay, draw 2, discard, Firebird, Beneath the Zadina. Play Island into Oracle's Vision. I mill Ceaseless Stalker. That's really nice for next turn. Thought Paradigm. Would have liked to not mill that. There's another Meoga Firebird for next turn. So next turn I get double Meoga Firebird. Well, assuming I draw good. Because I could just draw bricks off Unquenched Greed and my draw for turn. Okay, there's Matcha. Matcha, interestingly, did see play in, I believe, tests of white, blue, green Mabel deck that won GPF. I'm not sure, I could be thinking of a different white, blue, green Mabel deck that might have gone deck list or something. But Matcha is actually just a nice tempo threat, being a flash 2/2 that also works super well with Veilborn Meddler. For those of you who don't know, Veilborn Meddler. This card. Okay, there's a Wild Bond Aspirant, which is, and Chifang Hu screws up my whole turn. Well, I mean, if you're playing a deck full of one-drop non-creatures, you can expect to be hated. Like, so, yeah, these palaces will deal me 2 damage. Unquenched Greed, draw 2, discard Firebird Denithra Champion. So next turn, I do get back the Firebirds, luckily. I am a really bad position here, like, Hitster is hitting me for 7, I'll be down to 8, so I'm really just gotta hope that these Firebirds get all the way there. And my mana base is pretty painful with these palaces. They will start not costing life if Hitster hits me, which is nice. Plays a readout. That is useless with my Beneath the Zadina in the graveyard. Okay, Chifang Hu ascends, which hits me for 6, 7, 8. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. All the way down to 6. Makes 2 spirits, so I'm dead. 3 spirits actually. I am dead next turn currently, so yep. I am just really dead. I'm not even sure what I can draw that will save me here. I guess I could just hit like the... I'm not even sure, actually. And let's start with Wheat from Chaff. Okay. Discard. Land. Probably just discard double land. It's fine. I can draw another land. Then I Against the Waves myself. For... 2 only. 2. Doesn't hit a Firebird, sadly. So now I get back 2 Firebirds, Ceaseless Stalker. Yeah, I just can't win. That was just some good pressure put on by Hitster there. I think, yeah, this is just a good sideboard right now. I might actually go for this deck. I might actually opt for a transformational sideboard where I can shift a mill, so I can go for, you know, blank pages, compelling pariah. What's the other one called? The one that Spilling Secrets. So this is Thought Paradigm. This is Thought Paradigm. Some good cards in hand, like this Wheat from Chaff is going to be really useful. So here. Ominous Palace, take 1, Thought Paradigm. So just if I draw another land, basically my goal is to have 2 lands within like the top 20 cards of my deck. Sorry, 10 cards in my deck, and that seems pretty reasonable. And even if I don't, like being behind 1 land drop, actually it is really bad with this Meoga Firebird. But Thought Paradigm is just such an engine. So unless they are... Okay, a Preccian Champion. Honestly, that is not as scary if they're more trying to go wide. So no land, but I'm gonna go Wheat from Chaff and then Thought Paradigm myself. So really hoping to not mill a land here. well, double Firebird will come back, because... Okay, Redoubt hits my 2 Firebirds. Luckily, we get that out of the way. No lands. Okay, that's pretty bad. I'm gonna actually go... Discard Illuminated Firebird, Ceaseless Stalker, since those come back sooner, not stooner. No land, sadly. That is actually pretty bad here. I'm really gonna need to draw another land. But, I mean, 1 land in the top... Oh. One land in the top 13 cards of my deck, that's not really my fault. I guess it is my fault for running like 16 lands, but... Yeah, usually you can get enough lands. And there's a Pretchian Champion, already getting pretty big. And looks like it's going to be a Sacrificial Bull, which will start exiling my stuff. But, okay, there's a land, so I can go Unquenched Greed, bring back Firebird, Stalker, and also, actually I should mill 3 first, technically. I'm messing up my trigger orders, but it's just Grimsby on 2 lands. So I draw 2, I'll discard double Miyoga Firebird. I'm hitting a lot of Miyoga Firebirds, which next turn it does mean I will have 12 damage in the air. Or, sorry, only 9. Okay, I don't lose 1 off this Omnis Palace. I mill 3 again. Okay, milling Nightmares Unseen. Don't really like that. Draw 2, discard Miyoga, Ceaseless. Actually, do I discard double Ceaseless Stalker since I actually get those back at this end step so they can't sack bull them? Actually, that seems fine. Actually, I get them back at their end step, but they're going to want to sack bull them. Also, investigate off this, and then this, then go to end. This Ceaseless Stalker comes back, which makes these Ceaseless Stalkers come back at their end step. And I also have another thought paradigm, and I guess, wait, so I'm just going to start milling a ridiculous number of cards here. Even if I don't hit the 3rd land, like, I still have Illuminated Firebirds. Actually, I don't have more Illuminated Firebirds, but it doesn't matter. Like, worst case, I shift to milling them out, which is honestly pretty realistic if I live 3 more turns. Like, I nearly mill myself out. My whole graveyard's just Against the Waves after Against the Waves. My deck is just Against the Waves. That's why I love this card so much. It's my favorite card. Okay, just passes, which does mean these come back. Do they? Just want to make sure. Okay, they are not getting sack bowled, which is nice. So they do come back, but that makes me scared that Hitster has something else. We're looking for land here. Okay, this is probably just thought paradigm. Well, let's play it first. Okay. Looks like Hitster has something. Sack Bull. Exile both Miyoga Firebirds. Wasn't planning on getting them back anyway. This turn at least. Which is so perfectly fine by me. Slightly annoying. Okay, next up. Go for Against the Waves. That's 3 plus 3 plus 3, so that's 9 cards. Okay, then I draw, which is my 2nd card in the turn, which brings back this Firebird. And these guys go into my deck. And I think I just shock in this Nebula just to make a land drop. And then I go to attacks, and I think I just full swing here. I'm not really scared of dying. It forces them to, do something. Okay, so a Prussian champion blocks 1. Takes 6, 7, 8, down to 11. So notably, I actually believe I have a decent chance of milling Hitster out here, just because of the sheer mill of thought paradigms plus against the waves. Like, it's just so much. You can't do too much. And even with this sack pool, that just hits my dredge creature, and it keeps Hitster using their mana, right? So I'm forcing Hitster to keep up the mana for sack pool, but I'm also using my against the waves maybe to eventually start being able to mill them out. And also, Denithra champions keep coming back, and if I ever draw Nightmares Unseen, that's just going to be, like, so bad for Hitster, because they now have to keep blockers up to chump block it, and if they don't get Death Touch, that's just going to constantly keep coming at them. So obviously we're seeing here that Fleeting Thoughts, I guess it really wouldn't have mattered last game, because Matcha has Reach, but it could be really useful if I have Nightmares Unseen. Forces them to block with something more specific, or just makes it unblockable. Okay. This was just revealing off the top of their deck. Ooh, Agency Doorbreakers, new card from TMI. Also, Bridgehaven's Finest. This deck looks cool. Yeah, I think Bridgehaven's Finest is actually a lot of the improved cards from TMI are really good if you can put external counters on them, right? So if you have like a Matcha, you can use it to get that counter on Twin. Okay, so it's this. Each creature controls a +1/+1 counter is double strike. Doesn't show if you type a space. Yeah, that actually seems like a really good card. Wow, that's pretty good. That is a ridiculous card. Like, it just gives all your creatures double strike. And there are especially other cards that just put counters on all your creatures for like 1 or 2 mana, and boom, your whole creature is buffed up and has double strike. That actually seems really cool. Though Dredgeless Dredge is currently 1-0. Okay, it's game 2. I'm going up against Chunbik on Dredgeless Dredge. So here you can just see the deck list if you didn't at the start. Okay, roll the 2. Chunbik is probably going first. Okay, Chunbik is going first. This is honestly an okay hand. If I ever draw a looting effect, this is just amazing. So I honestly keep this, even though it's a Denithra champion plus 3 lands. Thought Paradigm is just so good. Chunbik mulliganing, keeping 6. It looks like, or wait, no, not keeping 7. Not mulliganing. Okay, that's my bad. So turn 1, it's easy Nebula into Thought Paradigm. Turn 2, double Oracle's Vision, probably. Okay, Shroudmaker's Domain, one of the new MDFCs from Toll Midnight. It does have an ability that hates out my deck. So I'm gonna go blue-black and play a Thought Paradigm. And this, if I go to the front side of this could have destroyed my Thought Paradigm or exiled one of my Dredge creatures, which would have been quite annoying. So I guess I just really hope Chumpykit doesn't have another run. Chumpykit plays Ghost Quarter into a Shifang Hu, which will just screw up everything I was going to do. I mean, I guess that's what happens. I'll just go Shocks this in. And then just pass. Yeah, I have nothing to play. Like, if I had a Ceaseless Stalker in hand, I might just straight played it, blocked Shifang, since it can come back really easily. But hopefully they don't have, like, Miss Margaret Barton or some other kind of Banishing Initiate. Okay. That's annoying. I don't really have removal, so that kind of screws up. So let's first start with Oracle's Vision. There's a Firebird and a Denithra Champion. Draw. Okay, Nightmares. We have 2 Nightmares on scenes. That's gonna cost a lot of luck. I'm really looking for another spell here, because so far I'm just drawing the Dredge creatures and lands. Yeah, this is not good. This is probably just Nightmares Unseen. Which, that is pretty risky, but I think it's worth it. Just to get some board presence, kind of Stonewall Chumpykit for now. And 8/8 is really big, and like you're getting this turn 3, and if I had Thought Paradigm, this would be like what, 16, 16, 17, 17. It would be huge. I guess I do have this third Oracle's Vision, but I'm really looking for more action. Also, I didn't see this because I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm really looking for Against the Waves, Thought Paradigms, though. 2 Thought Paradigms already gone. Against the Waves, Thought Paradigms, especially looting effects. So the thing is, if Chumpykit wants to get any damage in whatsoever, okay, Sky Touch Distorter. Players can't search libraries. I'm not searching libraries, so that's fine. Okay, Wheat from Chaff. Draw 2. Discard Denithra Champion. Murmuring Falls. Land. Let me first go Against the Waves for, I believe this is just 2 right now. I'll just put my graveyard off to the side here, since that way I can constantly see it since it's so relevant. Okay, milling a Thought Paradigm. Okay, so that's the second instant or sorcery spell of the turn. Oh wait, I forgot to investigate from Wheat from Chaff. Yeah, it does. It's fine. It's something beneficial, so I guess I just missed it. It happens. And then we go Oracle's Vision, which will bring back Miyoka Firebird. Mills the last Thought Paradigm, so I am not drawing that. And then I guess I just attack for 3, because this is forced to attack. I'll just leave my graveyard open like this. Lots of Denithra Champions, not much else. And I'm really looking for more looting effects to get this Firebird in my graveyard for next turn. Sky Touch Disorder, I just don't care about this. I built this kind of ENT deck. I like completely forgot about Banishing Initiate when I built a Death and Taxes deck. Okay, I'll just block the Banishing Initiate. Take 5 down to 4. So now I pretty much just have to kill Chumbeke here, because they have lethal. So, and these spirits are chump blockers. And I drew a brick. So, thought paradigm. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna put these 2 in the yard because I draw and then Firebird comes back. And that's just a brick. I can't do anything. Okay, so definitely Twilight Ambush. Probably 3 beneath the Zadina. Yeah, I'll just go. Should I go for 3 or 4? I'll go for 4. Cut. Unquenched Greed. 2 Unquenched Greed. 2 Oracle's Vision. 2 Nightmares Unseen, because that's a lot of life to be paying. Oh shoot, I completely forgot about my Denithra champions in yard there. Could they have even saved me? Because if I get back 3, that's 3 4/3s. I guess that does save me. Yeah, I definitely misplayed there, actually. Well, it happens. Okay, well, at least I'm on the play this game. And this is a Thought Paradigm against the Waves. This hand is, like, just exactly what my deck wants to keep. As long as I can draw a single land, well, I guess 2 lands for the Miyoga Firebird, this hand is nuts. And against the Waves helps that. Glimpse Beyond helps with that. Okay, Chumbeke going down to 5. That's rough. Keeps 5. Okay. I'm gonna start with a Thought Paradigm. Data point will go into my hand and pass. Chumbeke draws. Aberrant Apostle, played tapped. Shroudmaker's Domain. Draw. Okay. Here I go Wheat from Chaff, which will mill 3. There's a Miyoga Firebird. I just need 1 land here, please. Yep. I'll discard Illuminated Firebird, Ceaseless Stalker. This is not the kind of land that would be preferable, but it's still, a land is a land. I mean, I'm not doing anything with the swamp. So I guess I'll just pass for now. Would have really loved I'm running 1 basic swamp. So, literally any other land in my deck is better. Anointed Cursebreaker. Okay, exiles this. I guess I'll just put it under there since... Okay. That screws me up a bit, but not too much. Okay, I'm just gonna go for against Glimpse Beyond, actually. I just really need a blue source. Okay, so I'm gonna draw 2. There's a blue source. Discard Ceaseless Stalker. Data point. And that'll trigger Illuminated Firebird. And the Ceaseless Stalkers will also come back at end of turn. And then I get to Oracle's Vision. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Draw. Now I get to go, I think I just go for Nebula since it's actually less painful. Nebula. And then Against the Waves mills me for 3, I believe. Yes, 3. Which also will bring back Myoga Firebird. And the second Myoga Firebird doesn't come back because it's technically in yard after the cast. Okay, drawing up beneath the Zadina is rough here. Attack with Myoga Firebird. I kind of have to. Then end of turn, Ceaseless Stalkers come back. So yeah, this is what the deck actually wants to do. We didn't really mill good last game, I guess. Okay, hits a Ceaseless Stalker. It is a blocker, and I can always get it back. But they really don't want to attack, because then I get one of my things back. And Thought Paradigm. Okay, more Against the Waves, I guess. Against the Waves, mills for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a Beneath the Zadina. Drawing another Myoga Firebird. We're looking for a looting effect here to discard Beneath the Zadina, Myoga Firebird. Go Against the Waves again. This one mills for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to use the Cockatrice mill shortcut now. And I draw and shuffle 3 in. That's my second instant sorcery spell of the turn. So now I have 2 Myoga Firebirds. Okay, next I'll go Beat from Chaff, which will bring back these 2 Myoga Firebirds, which, since the way I have my graveyard oriented, I have to do it like this, which then lets me draw 2, discard Myoga, probably just another Beneath the Zadina, and investigate, and just clean this up a bit. Then I will go for Nightmares Unseen, probably. Oh wait, that should be at 11. And this is a 26-26. And then I'm just going to attack. This is 9-14 if they don't block. Puts them into lethal next turn. If they do block, either even more lethal or get like one of my key cards. And I still have Denethor Champion in hand. This 26-26 on board, and I'm not at like 4 life like I was before. Okay, Banishing Initiate just gets rid of the horror, which means they can't attack for 5, but they're dead anyway. So this is just GG's. I don't know what they can do that saves them from these 3 Myoga Firebirds and Illuminated Firebirds. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I should make any more sideboard decisions. This is fine. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Should be fine here. Hopefully. Currently 1-0. Maybe I'll be 2-0 after this game. Maybe I'll be 1-1. The last time I played this deck, I went 4-0, and then lost my last game against Scribble, or was it Ricky? I don't really remember. That was a while ago. Okay, this is just a good hand. Got 2 dual lands. You know, we've got Twilight Ambush, Ceaseless Stalker, Beat from Chaff, Oracle's Vision. Okay, Chumbeke is going down to 6. It did go down to 5 the previous game, and only got stuck on 2 lands. which definitely was a factor in why they didn't win. Down to 5 again. Wow, Chambeke is not having... The magic gods are not on their side today. Goes to 5 for the second time. Puts 2 cards. Okay. And isn't even on the draw. Plays a tapped Aberrant Apostle. I'll go Murmuring Falls. Tap. Wheat from Chaff. Draw 2. Discard. Ceaseless Stalker. And Investigate. And pass. See what Chambeke does. Chambeke untaps, upkeeps, draws. There's Ghost Quarter. Though honestly, Ghost Quarter is just beneficial to me currently. Ooh, there's an Against the Waves. That's gonna do some work. So, start out with Against the Waves. Why is... Okay, looks like a counter spell. Okay, what does Chi Block do again? I cannot read this. You may change the target. It doesn't... I don't know if I'm reading this wrong. You may change the target. You may change it. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean... Okay, there's Beneath the Zadina. Okay, mill 2, draw, another Wheat from Chaff. I'm just gonna go for Oracle's Vision here, which each player mills 3. Master 2, interesting. Okay, triple Myoga Firebird, and unless Chambeke has Mass Grave Hate, they are all coming back next turn. Okay, here is just Wheat from Chaff. However, those don't trigger because I already drew by the time I discard them. Then I'll go for what the hell's going on? Okay, that was weird. Okay, milling in Against the Waves. That is a card I want to draw. Okay, that is draw. Then I go land, Wheat from Chaff, which will trigger the Firebirds. Oh. And the Ceaseless Stalkers will come back at end of turn. Okay. Okay, tenuous existence. Until end of turn, if a creature would enter and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Okay, I guess I'll go again. Draw 2, discard Illuminated Firebird, and I guess this Murmuring Falls. And then these will come back at the end step, but then that happens and they get exiled. Well, it technically oh wait. Okay, luckily, yeah, Chambeke points that out, that since the Firebirds didn't enter because of tenuous existence, the Ceaseless Stalkers don't actually return. Okay, Shifang Hu, that screws up my plans. Okay, yeah. Just confused there. Chambeke realizes it doesn't have haste or anything. Okay, there's a land. I'll just tap these 3 for a Thought Paradigm, injure a Data Point, and pass turn, leaving up Twilight Amp for the Shifang Hu here. Kill Shifang Hu. Okay, this is gonna be the Chi block, I assume. Yep. Saw that earlier, but I kind of forgot about it. I'll take 2 off Shifang Hu. Okay, Shroudmaker's Domain. Actually not playing it, which makes sense because I do have this Thought Paradigm, which is gonna... Okay, I'm going to start by Glimpse Beyonding, which will draw me to... I will discard Ceaseless Stalker beneath the Zadina, and that will trigger these 3 Illuminated Firebirds. Okay, is it gonna be another one of those? Yep, tenuous existence again. I'll just go for another from Chaff, which I forgot. I missed my Thought Paradigm trigger before, but I'll do it now. Mill 3 there. I'll draw to discard Data Point. Honestly, just land and investigate. I'll go for Against the Waves now, which is mills for 4 now. So 1, 2, 3 from the Thought Paradigm. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the Against the Waves. And I shuffle even more Against the Waves into my deck. So the real question is, do I just go for... Honestly, I think I go for the, you're not putting pressure on me, I can just nearly mill myself out with Against the Waves, right? And then what I could do is start milling them with my deck that is pretty much just Against the Waves at this point, right? So I'll go Against the Waves. And my deck is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's milling for 5. Plus 3 is 8. So that's gonna be 8. Draw. Shuffle 3 in. So we've got... The Against the Waves aren't like super huge, but we also got another Illuminated Firebird, lots of Denithra champions already in the grave. So if Chambeke doesn't have another one of those tenuous existences, obviously Chambeke is able to use that Aberrant. Okay, there's Tiny Hero Toti. None of the... Just gonna plus, doesn't do anything, but it lets them search for something this turn. Actually, okay, Ominous Palace just gets blown up, because I don't believe I have any basics left in my deck. Nah, no I don't. Okay, still left with my Thought Paradigm. Paradigm. Well, I cannot. Okay, first will be this. First I mill 3. And look, it's a bunch of Against the Waves and stuff. Draw 2. Discard, honestly, just... Do I discard Twilight Ambush? Yeah, probably. Because I can just get back my stuff. Do another one. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I cannot Against the Waves myself. So I mill myself for 3. 3. I draw. I shuffle 3 Against the Waves into my deck. I will then... Okay, Trumpet has 35 cards in deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each Against the Waves mills for 10. So... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I draw, and I shuffle 3 waves into my deck. Then do I want to Denithra Champion to bring back the Ceaseless Stalkers, Denithra Champions, or do it? I think I'd honestly just do that. Denithra Champion, and I'll just exile. So I should go up to 12. 12 lands. And then... Okay. That'll trigger the Ceaseless Stalkers. Okay, is this a 10-use existence? Okay, it is. Since... Okay. So I just pretty much need to not die this turn, and I kill Chumbaket through mill. Because these Against the Waves this is kind of an obscene setup right now, because you have Against the Waves. This means you get always 3 more Against the Waves, every Against the Waves you cast. And these are already milling for like 10. So I think I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna show, like, this deck, like, Against the Waves is such a fun and ridiculous card. Like, look at this kill I'm about to pull off. My entire deck is Against the Waves. I have a Thought Paradigm milling me for 3 Against the Waves every time I cast one. Okay, Ghost Quarter gets blown up. That's still enough for me to be able to Against the Waves kill them. You're gonna need 2 of those. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I just have so many Against the Waves, I'm not even sure it matters. Okay, that's why, so this I assume is also a combo deck with that, the new Charlie Fisher guy. Okay, Tiny Hero Toti. Wonder what it could, if they are running a Miss Margaret Barton, it does actually screw up my mill kill. So I guess I just really hope they aren't, but even then I still have the Denithra Champion Ceaseless Stalkers, right? And also I still think I have enough for the mill kill. Let me just count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's still 12 cards per Against the Waves, not counting the additional ones milled, which means I still can get the Against the Waves mill kill if Chambake searches up Miss Margaret Barton, which I assume maybe or not. Okay, Banishing Initiate takes Thought Paradigm, but that's still the Against the Waves mill kill, right? Because all of these mill for 12 right now, and my whole deck is Against the Waves. So, and I'm just gonna go for the mill kill. Okay, it's gonna go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we draw, and who would have thought it's an against the waves? Like, we're seeing, you're seeing why I promote this card right now. And this might be the against the waves mill kill. This might be the against the waves mill kill. Fifanghu. Yeah, because if I'm not able to get back champion. Okay, call to judge. We'll see what the call is. I'm definitely editing most of this part out since it's just gonna be a lot of waiting. Okay, judge has some. Let's see what they're going to say. So Wendy asked, was the Shifang trigger pointed out when it attacked? I said no, neither of us noticed until the second against the waves was cast. They say, this is just a mistrigger then. I think it's fair to say adding it to the stack now would be incredibly disruptive. Obviously, because... add that the... Okay. Okay. I guess. I mean, if it's not added, and the second 8... We're in game 3, and it's up against Silver Parabellum, who I believe is just on Grixis Tuca, as that's just the deck they've been playing in both League and GP, and the one Times has recorded them playing recently. So, I'd assume that's the one they're playing. Okay, Silver Parabellum has looted into the game. 16, that's a pretty good roll. Okay, Silver Parabellum gets a 19. And this is just unkeepable. This is going to be a mulligan. Okay. Silver Parabellum's on the play. I'm just gonna mull this now. This is actually keepable. This is just bottom 1 Ceaseless Stalker, probably. So this is a turn 2 Illuminated Firebird plus Ceaseless Stalker. Worst case. Oh. Yeah, I accidentally revealed that from my hand. Okay, gonna lose 1 life. Maybe should have played Murmuring Falls. So I'm gonna draw 2 here, discard. So yeah. Yeah, I just discarded it turn 1. Yeah, Silver Parabellum's just gonna read my cards because there's a lot of cards in this deck that like you traditionally don't really see, like Illuminated Firebird, Ceaseless Stalker. I don't. Obviously, Ceaseless Stalker is probably a lot more common than Illuminated Firebird, but like I have Illuminated Firebird is like a lot better than people think. So I'm really just so. If you don't know, I need to just check something. But Shadowbinder Tuka, this is the thing Silver Parabellum's on. Let's look at their promo of it. So it's basically, the idea is you have like a Blood Artifact, and you sack a creature to add 2 mana. And then a lot of creatures like Shadowband Console only cost 1 to return, even though it's 2 life, but you have the Blood Arts to gain life. So here, I'm going to go for Oracle's Vision, which honestly might be helping Silver Parabellum. Then I draw, which then trigger both Illuminated Firebirds, and cause the Ceaseless Stalker to come back at end step. And then I'll go for Murmuring Falls, and go for a Glimpse Beyond. Draw 2, discard Ceaseless Stalker, and probably just a Murmuring Falls. Then I go to end step, and Ceaseless Stalker comes back. Silver Parabellum untaps. There's this Channeler of the Veil here, which notable. Does make the wrong token, actually. Oh, I'm not even playing my promo in this deck. I really should be. If anyone wants to look at the Amazing Warriors fan art, yes, I read the cat books. I spent way too much time on them. Okay, Silver Parabellum just thinking. Since I am the only person who has run this deck in, like, ever since I joined MSEM, to my knowledge. So this is a pretty unique deck to a lot of the other decks, especially the graveyard decks. They aren't really aiming for this kind of Dredgeless Dredge strategy where you just bring all your creatures back, right? But this deck is really powerful, just people don't really play it. And the main reason I love this deck is you have Thought Paradigm, you have, obviously Against the Waves. Myoga Firebird's super fun too. It's like if like Pioneer, you know how they have the Dredgeless Dredge. It's like a Dredge ran Arclight Phoenix, which is okay. Silver Parabellum gonna bring back Tuka. That is their combo piece. So we're gonna have to be careful from now on. And so definitely in board, I'm bringing in Grave Hate. Okay. Except from a graveyard. That's really good against my deck until I get a Beneath the Zadina. Okay, looks like they're going to Nyrex the Soul Cage, which, if they ever get a Blood Artist, that goes infinite with Tuca. So, and I don't have removal for Tuca right now, so I'm really gonna have to do some stuff. Start with Oracle's Vision. A Twilight Blade. Okay, well, got pinged on Discord. Okay, it's just Ducky pinging for Leaf. Okay, I'm going to probably play just this Thought Paradigm here. Get the data point. Get the data point. So. And that is a sorcery spell, so Thought Paradigm is going to trigger. Now here we can see why you might end up wanting to run the Fleeting Thoughts. Because then if Silver doesn't combo me, I'm hitting in with a giant 13/13 flying, but I'm pretty sure I'm just getting comboed next turn because of Nyrex. So if okay, Unearth, yeah, I'm just dead to the Tuca combo here. Gets back Twilight Blade. Nyrex keeps coming back and back. So this is easy. Twilight Ambush, Seal the Tomb. Do I bring in Duress? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. This is just cut 2 Unquenched Greed, 2 Oracle's Vision, 3. I guess I'll cut 3 Unquenched Greed. Actually, I'll bring back in the Unquenched Greeds, cut all the Oracle's Visions, because it's just really bad here, and cut 1 Denithra Champion. So on the play this time, this is just not a keep. Too many dredge creatures in hand. This is definitely a keep. Bottom the probably I guess I'll bottom the Murmuring Falls. Oh. Yeah, I'm playing, like I was just trying to move it around in my hand, right? My god. It just randomly clicks. It's so weird, this touchpad. The mouse, it just sometimes clicks and moves. Don't understand it. Okay, Silver is keeping. I did not read that. That's my bad. I'll go land. Meet from Chaff. Draw 2. Discard. Champion. Ceaseless Stalker. And investigate. Maybe it's worth it to keep Oracle's Vision in, because then I get to seal the tomb their Tuca. So Tuca is really the only thing I'm seal the tombing, right? Everything else just doesn't matter for their combo. Obviously they can still pressure me, but Pestilence Scavenger, that's a Blood Artist. Okay, there's a second seal the tomb. This is gonna be blue-black. Go for another Wheat from Chaff. Draw 2. Discard. Glimpse Beyond. Actually, no. Unquenched Greed is just strictly worse. Well, technically not strictly worse because of the red being hybrid red, but this deck isn't red. Investigate a second time and play the Thought Paradigm. So I can try and Thought Paradigm them to get their Seal the Tomb hit Tuka. The problem is, like, they still have a decent enough just aggro plan, right? Yep, there's Nerix. I'm gonna be taking one off this scavenger here. Now it's back to me. So first thing is Glimpse Beyond, since I already have two targets that are very, like, easy discard hits, right? So this is just double Illuminated Firebird. Oh shoot, I forgot to mill off Thought Paradigm. That is my bad. I guess I kind of just really hope they don't have Tuka here. There's not much else I can do, right? I pointed at the wrong thing, so I'm gonna mill 3. And those are some good mills, but oh, I also forgot to bring in Beneath the Zedina this game, which makes it even worse. That's all my fault. Like, I'm losing this game. I guess it's just a bit of a bad matchup. It's also just, yep. Tuka hits. Death Pit's Hawker. Yep, that's Tuka combo. I mean, not much I could do. I didn't have any hand attacks. Seal the Tomb. I guess I tapped out of Seal the Tomb. I could have hit their Nerix. But then, like, what happens next? They just can tutor out a different... Okay, I'll let them report. I mean, that was a shorter game. That is the 4th game already. So I'm currently 3-1, I believe. So yeah, that's GG. Okay, it is game 4, and I am against Toasty. I am currently 2-1, though I mistakenly said I was 3-1 at the end of the last game. This is probably just a straight up keepable hand. You have Oracle's Vision. Obviously, you're looking for the discard, right? But you still have this Milling Against the Waves Oracle's Vision card draw. This is probably good enough. Though the one thing is 1 land, so that's the thing I need to be wary about. See what Toasty's on. Looks like it might be kind of like Hervor's deck that they were running. A lot of people running Ghost Quarter, as it was added in Toll Midnight, for anyone that doesn't know. It's, Strip Mine, but it gives them a basic, and you don't get one. Okay, looks like Toasty's on a big green deck. Okay, drawing the second Against the Waves is good, but I'm really looking for lands here. Okay, mill the land. Another Against the Waves is good, but I really want lands. So that is not good milling that. Because now I just need a looting effect to find more lands. I need. Okay, Ancestral Glade. This card's actually really interesting. It's a basic force that you can pay 1 life that fixes your other basics. Okay, this looks like an evoke, so this actually gives you a 3/2. This will just give them 3/2, and that's a flicker, which will give them 2 3/2s. Yep, so I'm up against a lot of pressure here. That is 9 per turn. So this is I just got scammed. Welcome to MSEM. It's not just modern. We have it in fake modern too. Okay, there's where my lands are. Investigate, then go for Against the Waves. I'm really looking for a. Okay, this is 3, 1, 2. So next turn I'm gonna be doing stuff, but Yep, as Toasty says, all the Firebirds. Running 8 Firebirds, Yoga Firebirds, and Illuminated Firebirds. Which, since a lot of our mill spells cantrip, unlike the ones in Canon Magic, you can really easily bring this back. I'll just stick my graveyard here so you guys can see it. And so I can see it. It's in a graveyard deck. It's really nice to be able to actually see your graveyard. Okay. So I'm just going to take 9 here next turn. I'll just hopefully draw land. Heart of the Glade is a green-white check land. Toasty going to play, looks like, hopefully not another scam. Please. Oh, another scam. Yep. We got scammed again. It's another horror token. I'm taking 9. So I'm just dead to... Unless I can kill Toasty, which I just literally can't. I guess I just need to get lucky with my mills and hit enough ceaseless stalkers, I guess. And there's one in hand, so that's not good. If this mill's for 4... Oh, I keep forgetting I have my graveyard up here. So this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, milled a land. Don't really want that. Okay, got a land. Play the land. Go Oracle's Vision. Okay, so I have triple Yoga Firebird, quadruple Yoga Firebird, which means my only chance pretty much is hitting more Ceaseless Stalkers, and then drawing a discard spell off this. Okay, that wasn't it. Meaning, I think I'm just dead here. Even if I Denithra Champion and Ceaseless Stalker, that's still too much. Yeah, I'm just dead. I mean, you get double scammed for 18 power. Not much you can do there. This is just Duress. Beneath his Zedina. Unquenched Greeds can go out, along with 1 Denithra, 1 Nightmares Unseen. Just trim a bit. Maybe I even bring in Spell Pierce. Probably not, actually. This deck really wants to play on its turn. The sideboard is probably really badly constructed. You might, as I said in one of my earlier matches, you just play, Compelling Pariah. This card. Whenever you cast a spell, you put in blank pages. Spilling Secrets. And, some other mill spells. Okay, turn 1, I'm going to go probably just Duress. It's the simplest play. It's probably just the right play. Hello, Cockatrice. Thank you. Okay, you may pay 1 mana primal? That's weird. I have never seen that. So 1 mana 4/5. When it enters, so this is another scam target. Yeah, like, I was hoping to hit their scam spell, but, like, they have 2. What do you want me to do here? I just got scammed. I'm just gonna get scammed, and I'm gonna go 2-2, and that's gonna be the end, because I'm gonna end this after I lose 2 times. Unless I somehow magically win this game, which I guess I could through Nightmares Unseen. So draw 2 here, discard Ceaseless Stalker, 1 Nightmares Unseen, into Thought Paradigm, go for that a point, pass. Playing Dredgeless Dredge, but we get scammed. So probably going to be a fast one like the other one, which means this, I believe this video will be about 1 hour, 15 minutes long, total. Well, assuming I lose this game within, like, the next 5 minutes. Which is pretty likely with, if you saw Toasty's hand there. So they're just going to be able to Primal. Oh wait, they already played their land, so they cannot play the Primal. They're going to be able to, next turn, Primal, Flicker it, get 2 planes, get a 4/5. It's going to be ridiculous. Okay, it looks like an Ultin Surveyor to destroy my thing. That is extremely annoying. And shuffle, so. And shuffle just Stalker. And Wheat and Duress. Okay. Draw here. Glimpse Beyond. You're gonna have to hit some good things. Draw 2. Discard this and Data Point. Go for land against the waves, which should just be 2. I'll leave my graveyard up here. 2. Draw. And then this one will be for 4. And next turn, I'm gonna go for Nightmares Unseen. Oh, keep screwing up my graveyard. But next turn, I'm gonna get to do some stuff if I can just draw pretty much any graveyard. So Oracle's Vision, Looting Effect against the waves. Okay, looks like it's gonna be double ramp from Toasty here. Okay, can I like make this big? Okay, I can't really too much. Yup. Get scammed. I think what Toasty did is they built the I will always get scam, because you build your deck in a way that you like it's so consistent that you'll always have scam, but that means you're pretty much the only thing you're doing is scamming, which is honestly okay. There's a Glimpse Beyond, so I'm gonna go for the Glimpse Beyond. Draw 2, discard Firebird. Beneath this is Dina. 2 Illuminated Firebirds come back because the 3rd is in my graveyard. And then Ceaseless Stalker will come back at end step. Okay, I'll just leave my graveyard open. I keep forgetting to leave it open. It's my fault. Then it's just down to 11. And boom. This is a 14/14. Because Stalker is technically still in the graveyard. Then I don't want to attack, and end of turn, Stalker comes back, and I forgot to put Nightmares Unseen in my graveyard. But now we're stuck with a land, so maybe should I have discarded land over Beneath the Zadina, though Beneath the Zadina doesn't really get anything back. It's just 2 mana mill 4. Unless obviously I could get a Denithra champion, in which case I will gladly return that, because I guess it doesn't matter, because I can still do its ability from the graveyard. So, the return doesn't matter, it's just 2 mana mill 4, right? I think there's a card, like I'm not really gonna talk about it too much, but a card people are sleeping on, I think, is a new card from Beyond the Black Wall. It's Relive Reality. I've been playing it a lot in my Is It Phoenix Shells, but it's really nice for being just like 1 mana from your graveyard. You get to flash something back. So if you're really self-milling a lot, you know, boom. So I think, okay, going to do the scam again. Okay, I get pinged on Discord again. I think it might just be another. Okay, Ducky pinging League again. Okay. Get some scams again. Passes. Untap, upkeep, draw. Ceaseless Stalker is, just. I guess I can play it from hand. I don't know. Though I think it is a misplay, actually, because now if I draw a looting effect. Okay, so here, I'm just gonna go swing in the air. Toasty is at 26, but it doesn't hurt. No, put it down a bit. It's like, a 6-turn clock. Wow. 7-turn clock. So slow. Because then Toasty goes to 18, 14, 10. Just so slow. So what I need to draw here is Glimpse Beyond, Oracle's Vision against the Waves. I guess Weave from Chaff also works because it's a 3 mana mill 2 draw card because I have to crack the clue. Glimpse Beyond, I just cast for divination at this point. Toasty has so much mana. It's Consonant Pioneer, scry 1, make a 3/3. So Toasty can just gain 5 life, make a 3/3. Or draw. Okay, going to draw. Just getting scammed. But yeah, this is probably going to be the last game of the run because I'll be going 2-2. But if I win this, then I win another one. That's a deck list result, which is, you know, good. I don't think I'm going 4-1 though. Like, this scam game is not looking good at all. And then I then have to win another game. Best case, I'm probably going 3-2. Okay, Vile Progenitor, not getting scammed. Toasty just passing. So I'm really looking for something that just has a draw card on it. Okay, so this Against the Waves is going to mill me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw. And I drew a Yoga Firebird. And Illuminated Firebird also comes back. And of course I drew a Yoga Firebird. And uncastable. So yay for that. Attack in the air for 4. Why do I keep... Yeah, I keep messing up with my graveyard. If I just draw a spell into a spell into a spell, I can bring back Yoga Firebird. It can't be that hard. I'm running like 15 lands. How many lands am I running? Guess we'll find out. 16. Okay, Toasty going to on repeat flicker the Cosmonaut Pioneer, which will So, Toasty making Cosmonaut Pioneer, scrying one, drawing the card twice from the on repeat. Glory of the Star. The flicker spell hits Cosmonaut Pioneer again. Okay, yeah, as we're seeing, Scam. Scam is doing scam things, except it's actually fun because it's a blink deck. Just F6 here. Let Toasty know. I just have nothing. Okay, Saga token from no image, but this is just a basic Saga token for the compose keyword. On repeat, going to hit Cosmonaut Pioneer again. Keep drawing cards, keep doing that kind of stuff, you know, building up a board. But I do have a 2-turn clock here, so or 3-turn clock. 2 turns if I can get Yoga Firebird. The one big problem with this deck is that your dredge creatures, a lot of them are just dead in your hand. Yoga Firebird and Illuminated Firebird are red, and you don't run any red sources because there's no reason to. Okay, across the planar void, going to delete my Nightmare's Unseen token. Yeah, I can stay alive, but I'll just chomp these. Old times is seeing an older render of Across the Planar Void, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, it's understandable. Okay. Time spiral, probably. Okay. Maybe I actually should have. What I should have done there is killed one of the pale tusks. But, okay, here's Oracle's Vision. So Oracle's Vision, please mill something. Please draw something. Okay, milling 2 lands and a Firebird, which draw. That is not something useful. Oh, I keep forgetting I have my graveyard up here. So I have a clock at least. I'm just gonna keep this Nebula in hand and just attack first. Oh, he's back. Toasty's back at 25. I don't think there's any. Why is my touchpad being so finicky? I honestly don't think I can ever win this game, but I might as well try. Swing for 6. There's just no conceivable way I'm winning unless I draw against the waves, and 2 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 against the waves, and just do the whole against the waves thing. Mill most of my deck. Boom, do all the cool things. I don't know. It's not looking good. Okay, on repeat. Toasty can go back up to 24. Then we have a 3-turn clock. Toasty's a lot faster. Like, I just can't win. I just can't win. I might just... Should I just concede? Honestly, theoretically, I can win. I should technically keep going. Glory of the Star, Cosmonaut Pioneer. Okay, I'm just gonna concede. Yeah, it's just, like, there's nothing I can do. It's just such a big board. I have nothing. So, yeah, I got scammed. And, I'm gonna spend way too long editing and exporting this video and working on thumbnail, but Dredgeless Dredge went 2-2. I did get a decklist result with it earlier. It's been super fun to play. And if you like kind of aggro decks, graveyard decks, it's really interesting. And it has Against the Waves, which is a really fun card. I love it. So yeah, it's a pretty fun deck.